The believer looks with the nur of Allah. He is not tricked. Do you think Hazrat Hussein was tricked? Do you think he didn't know? He didn't know that those people, they were going to betray him. He did not go out to challenge. He went out to make hijrah, like his grandfather ﷺ did to make the hijrah. What is going to happen later is going to happen. He wasn't there to go to the area of Iraq and Kufa knowing that they are hypocrites and they are betrayers. Known fact that he's going to trust them. The believer looks with the nur of Allah. You cannot trick him. And he doesn't fool people. And so the high-level Sahabis, his own brother Hazrat Hassan went, warned him, saying him, don't go. You know how the people of Kufa. He's saying, I know my brother, but I have to walk my destiny. Now, this way. Now, it's the destiny that we're talking about. Correct? You think Hazrat Hussein didn't know what his destiny was when he took those steps? The grandson of the Sultan of Ilmuladdin, Sayyidina al-Awwalil wal-Akhirin, the grandson, you think he didn't know what was going to happen? You think the other Sahabis also, they didn't know what was going to happen? Let me tell you something. Holy Prophet ﷺ, he was playing with Hazrat Hassan and Hussein once, and he had so much love for them. At that time, there was a split second that love was very strong. Immediately, Hazrat Jibreel came and says, my salams from your Lord, from our Lord, presenting these two shalwars. One to Hazrat Hassan, one to Hazrat Hussein. A yellow shalwar for Hazrat Hassan and a red shalwar for Hazrat Hussein. And Holy Prophet ﷺ understood and he cried. What does that mean? One time Hazrat Muawiyah was playing with them, Hazrat Hassan and Hussein. And the Prophet ﷺ looked and he says, Ya Muawiyah, one day you are going to be responsible to cause a lot of pain to them. Hazrat Muawiyah almost went crazy. He wanted to end his life. He asked him, the Holy Prophet ﷺ, to intercede for him to change that. He says, no, this is the qadr. This is the destiny. Now we're looking at destiny. Destiny meaning what? Oh, Allah has a hand in that situation. This is what destiny is meaning, correct? It's not because you plan and you plan, you plan and your plan failed, you plan and your plan succeed. No, Allah has a hand in that situation. Those who are wise and they understand the destiny and that Allah is there, they pulled back. Just as Hazrat Hussein, he pulled back. He didn't challenge, he pulled back. He pulled back, he pulled far back. You understanding? So, these are the intricacies, yes, of what has happened in this ummah 1400 years ago. That people, when they are not prepared for this, they cannot understand. How are you going to understand how the mind of a general works? How are you going to understand the mind of a king? They work. Oh, they convince us today there's no difference. General and me, same. King and me, same. Everyone is the same. Scholar and me, same. Sahabi and me, same. Prophet and me, Wahhabi is saying, Prophet is no higher than you. We are the same. Allah, only Allah. Correct or no? So how now are you going to understand? Number one, you cannot understand this because you have no idea of the holiness of the one who has more knowledge than you. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, above every knower, there is another knower. You don't believe in that. It's finished then. On the other hand, anything that has to do with the situation, for over 1,000 years, you already know who is the good guys and who is the bad guys. And you're supposed to hate the bad guys. As much as you love the good guys, you have to hate the bad guys. What kind of a love is that? What kind of a love of the Ahlul Bayt that you have when you're going to curse at those ones that are supporting the Holy Prophet ﷺ, supporting the Ahlul Bayt too? Our religion is not based on hatred. If it's based on hatred, first one we're going to hate is Abu Lahab and Abu Jahil. We're going to spend so many days just cursing at them. That's not sunnat. I hate them. It's not sunnat. You're going to make an innovation, that time it will lead you to hellfire. Yes. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, don't curse at my Sahabis. When you curse at them, you're cursing at me. When you curse at me, you're cursing at Allah. And the angels and Allah curse at you. Understanding? So number one, you don't understand. And the other thing, you spend over 1,400 years that your reaction to the whole thing is just so emotional, so passionate, that you cannot even speak. You cannot speak. Immediately, all that emotion is going to rise. And when you have that as a veil, how you can talk? How you can talk? Don't talk. Don't argue. You cannot solve this matter. You're thinking, how are we going to? Don't. Leave it. Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, Islam is going to be divided into 73 different groups. Not like today's scholars. Holy Prophet is not like today's scholars. Today's scholars, they are not like the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Today's scholars are going to say, all the 73 groups, they're going to go to Jannah. Correct or not? No group, don't make any takfir on anything. We're Ahl Sunnah anyway, we don't make takfir. But they're saying, don't make any takfir. All groups. They're making a signature saying all groups. Those ones cursing at Sahabi, it's okay. Those ones who are Yazidis, it's okay. Everything is okay. They're not like the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And he's saying Islam is divided into 73 different groups. It says 72 of them, they are bounding to hellfire. Only one of them that is saved. They asked him, they didn't make this open, who is that group, Ya Rasulullah? And he says, the group that follows my sunnat and the sunnat of my Sahabi Kiram. Meaning you cannot take directly from the Prophet ﷺ. And he's showing, and it's not, he's showing a chain. So for you to reach to them, you have to find someone who's reaching to someone who's reaching to them. That is what Islam, our religion, is based on. It's not. You cannot take directly so many people. That's why you have so many different kinds of Islam. Communists saying they're also Muslim, feminists saying they're Muslim, laik people saying they're Muslim, liberal people saying they're Muslim. So many, everyone is saying, no, Quran is saying this. They find in the hadith, they don't like the hadith too much. Because the hadith, you cannot. They say, now we're going to follow the Quran. Oh, they follow the Quran. What Quran they're following? The Quran of their ego. That's why, yes, they can produce Qurans these days. This is today's version of the Quran. We take out the ayats that we don't like. They did that with the hadith. They take out the hadith they don't like. Hadith about what? About women. We don't like. This doesn't fit into the politics of today. So we take out the hadith about what? About the dogs. Okay. I have this foolish scholar saying, well, that hadith about the Prophet ﷺ is saying how the dog is unclean and shaitan enters through the dog. Well, I don't think he's like that. I think he's rahmatan lil alameen. He's not going to be so cruel to the dogs. So I take out that hadith. You see how foolish it becomes? Why? Because you think that you are a knower. You think that you know everything. You don't recognize that there is a knower above you who's going to tell you. And you don't take from 1400 years of tradition. All this confusion only happened now. So they say hadiths about women, take out. Ayats about so many things that doesn't agree with today's politics, because Muslims are very scared of everything now. Take out, it's okay. And they're preaching that kind of Quran. They say, why are you not taking out from your own Bibles? Why you don't take out from your own Bibles those verses? Where it's talking about how Allah decimated all the other tribes that attack to the Bani Israel. That punishment for them, burn down all the trees, kill all their animals, put salt on the ground. Why not? I mean, where they take the ideas of damage and violence from? The Bible, right? The way that they say we take our violence from the Quran. Why do you do that? Take it out from the Bible. Take it out from the Torah. They want us to be busy with something also 1400 years ago. When you don't understand that reality, you cannot connect it to the situation today. And you cannot use that example of 1400 years ago to solve the problems of today. That's why there is no connection. If there is a connection, they're so quick to say every day is Karbala. Okay, every day is Karbala, then where are you? Why are you not standing against this? Why are you continually making fitna? Quran, more than a third of it is speaking about history. For what? For us to remember what happened to the Ad and Samud, for us to remember what happened to the Bani Israel, for us to remember to so many nations there, just to talk about it? All of that is not for them. Quran-i-Karim is not for them, it's for us. For us to take lesson, for us to say whatever that is happening in those qawms, in those nations, it's happening now. That's why you see all the sins, all the transgressors, all the wrong actions of the previous nation is happening in our nation now, in this Akhir Zaman, more than it happened before. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will destroy a whole qawm because of one sin that they do. The sin of what? They're playing with scales, meaning they're cheating and lying when doing business. Allah destroy that nation because of that one thing. This nation, every sin that has happened in the early nations, we're doing more, and we're making that to be an institution. So, okay, if you believe that you are Husseini and you believe that you have to fight, you have to challenge tyranny, where are the Husseinis now? Who's challenging what? The leaders like this? The religious leaders like this? The sheikhs? Oh, let me not say. Why is this necessary for now? If we don't know what is Husseini, and we don't know what is Yazidi, if we don't know what is truth, and we don't know what is batil and tyranny, if we don't even know, we are going to be supporting batil and tyranny without us knowing it. We are going to be supporting the system of Dajjal without knowing it. Like I said, so many people, they're so interested in Mahdi alayhi salam. Oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be this. So many people claiming that they are generals and this of Mahdi alayhi salam. But we're saying, are you being busy with what Mahdi alayhi salam is being busy with? They're asking, what do you mean he's busy? What is he busy with? He's busy with preparing to fight against Dajjal. That's why he's being sent here, isn't he? What are you being busy with? Flowers, rainbows, roses? Then you don't understand. This is the time, because of this great fitna, that we have to clarify, we have to understand. We are preparing ourselves. What? Preparing ourselves to do what? To fight physically? To have guns? To have this? No. How are we preparing ourselves? Like what I said before, there is going to be a great fire that is going to come. No one can stand up against that fire. Every saint, every awliya is speaking about this. Every prophet is speaking about this. Every tradition, whatever you call your tradition, faith tradition, is speaking about this. The fire is going to come. It's okay, I'm going to hide in my basement. You think your basement is going to help you? No, I'm going to build a tunnel inside. I'm going to put freeze-dried food and I'm going to be okay. You think that's going to help you? If preparation of a believer is like that, the unbelievers, they have beaten us doing things like that 50 years ago. They have cities underground. They already know who's going to be safe, who's not going to be safe. You think it's any one of us? That fire is coming. Are we preparing ourselves how to protect ourselves against that fire? How? If you don't know what is fire and you don't know what is light, chances are you're going to go to the fire. Because the fire from a fire looks like light too, no? This is the great confusion. But if you know what is light and you're running to collect that light and you're running to be in the associations of light, where there is nur, the nar cannot enter. These are the people of nur. Don't look at me. These are the people of nur. And we're running for them. Your faith is the only thing that is going to save you. Nothing else. Don't think your father, your mother, your contacts, your food, your money, your faith. Faith to who? Faith of what? Faith of those ones who they love Allah and Allah loves them. Not the faith of those ones who sold out their religion long time ago. Maybe there are others who say, you're too serious. Be happy, man. Be happy. Be happy with Allah. Allah likes. Like that. Give me one good reason to be happy. Give me one good reason. Allah gave you life, right? Said, yes, I'm ashamed because I'm using this life just for myself and not to help those ones that they have no rights. Aren't we supposed to be one body? When one is hurting, the whole body is feeling the pain. We're having all this, we're saying shukr, Ya Rabbi. We're happy with Allah because of that, but we're very unhappy with ourselves. And we're asking for forgiveness. That is the least that we can do. We cannot do anything else. So, yes. Who is representing what in these days, in these times? What are we fighting against? That everybody has to know. This much is enough, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. May Allah keep us in safety, inshallah.